Hey, welcome to the Monday update for this week. I think it's the 8th of March, and the first Sunday in April is Easter. So that's April the 4th, and we're looking forward to that. Like all churches, we get excited about Easter early and want you to participate with us this year. We've got some things on tap that you can help us out with as we near Easter, and that's a couple of our Monday topics this week, our update topic. The first one has to do with our Annie Armstrong Easter offering. Now, if you are not a Southern Baptist, if you're watching this video just because you love to know what's going on at Union Hill Baptist Church, you don't actually come here, well, welcome. But you might not know Annie Armstrong is what our Easter offering is named for. And our Easter offering goes to the North American Mission Board, and that funds missionaries in the United States and Canada. Now, for you geography students, you'll know that there are actually more countries in North America than the United States and Canada. But the way our mission boards are divided up is obviously those predominantly English-speaking countries in North America, and then they count Mexico and Central America as part of the International Mission Board because of the language. But anyway, Annie Armstrong was a lady that was involved in missions several years ago, and particularly asked for people to support missionaries. She wrote letters across our Southern Baptist Convention to generate support, monetary support for missionaries. And so the North American Mission Board, when they started an offering after several years, they named it in her honor, because that's what we do. We give to missionaries. 100% of the Annie Armstrong Easter offering for the North American Mission Board goes directly to the support of missionaries and church planters across the United States and Canada. And this year, our missions committee, besides bringing the videos to us, they have brought to us these wonderful little plastic eggs, and they contain a treasure. Now, they are for filling with change. So particularly for our families with children, although everyone can participate, particularly with our families with young children, this is a great way for kids to participate in missions, as they can just, they can fill that with spare change and bring that back. But inside the egg, there's a little piece of paper, like this little piece of paper. It says that it has a name on it, Ryan and Tricia McCamick. Maybe you can read that there. But anyway, it gives the name of their church planters in Avondale Estates, Georgia. I have no idea where that is other than Georgia. I don't know where in Georgia that might be. But then it has an email address for one of them. So it has their physical address and their email address. And the reason those things are in there is because our missions committee is encouraging us to do a great thing, and that is actually reach out and contact these missionaries. Missions is not just something we give to, it's something we can support in prayer, and we can support these missionaries by giving them words of encouragement. Again, if you have young children, they could prepare cards, they could record a video praying for these missionaries. They could do anything, and you could email it to them or send it to them by their mailing address. And we would love for you to do that. Again, missions is not just something we give to, it's something we can participate in, and we ought to support those who are doing it. And one of the ways they need the most support is just in the way of encouragement. Now, of course, your dollars make a huge difference. That's how we support missionaries being able to be full-time on their field and do the work that God has called them to do by donating. And we certainly want you to do that. But I want you to know about these little Easter eggs. And if you missed that part of the announcement Sunday, those are out on our main foyer and our front foyer there in tables. You take an Easter egg, like one per family, or if you have a couple kids, you might want to take two, but they'll have a missionary in there. The ones that I just read, the McCamics, I hope I'm saying their name right, they're going to be on one of our videos. And so you could contact people that you see their story on a Sunday morning in our missions video, or maybe you won't, but you will find them. All of them are selected from the video stories that are on the Annie Armstrong website, which is anniearmstrong.com or .org, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, and I'll put that up in the banner here so I get that right here in just a minute. But but reach out to those missionaries, connect with them, and be a very meaningful experience for you, for them, and like I say, for our kids and our youth. Great activity for them also to really get a feel for the personal nature of missions, get to know a missionary and support them, pray for them, connect with them. It's a great effort. I hope everybody will be a part of it. One of the other things that our missions committee said in relation to our Easter offering is something that bears repeating. We would love to see, the most important number we would love to see is the number of people who give to the Annie Armstrong Easter offering. We would love for our giving units, for a very high percentage of all the people who give to Union Hill, to give to this missions offering. Now that means you give a dime. You give $5, $10, $100, $500, whatever the Lord lays on your heart to give. We would be glad for that. And but we want to see a high level of participation, so we together can raise our rate, go to our goal in dollars, but more importantly, we can see a high level participation in supporting missions in our church. And this is one of the ways we do that. All right, that's topic number one. Topic number two is, as I mentioned, Easter is April the 4th. You know why most people come to church? Because they were invited. Now I know that sounds crazy. I know you think, well, actually, it sounds very, very obvious. They came because they were invited, or they came like some of us did, right? We were drugged to church. My pastor in Raleigh used to say, I had a drug problem when I was a kid. I was drugged to church. I thought that was a problem. That's obviously, we're grateful for godly parents and who brought us to church. But lots of people who come to church the very first time come because somebody invited them. They don't just show up. We don't usually just go to things that we don't know anybody there unless we have a friend who says, hey, come on, you ought to check this out. And so I'm encouraging you, think about it like this. On Easter Sunday, a huge number of people are going to come to church and are thinking of coming to church who don't normally. So let's just assume that all of your and my neighbors are actually thinking about coming to church on Easter Sunday. Guess what would, first of all, bring them to Union Hill and make it easier for them to find a place to go and to actually get over the hurdle, get over the hump, so to speak, from thinking about going to church to actually doing it? That, you guessed it, is someone, you and I, inviting them to come to church with them. Lots of your neighbors are thinking about going to church. Lots of my neighbors are thinking about going to church on Easter Sunday. Why don't we make it easier for them and invite them to come? You got like 3 or 4 weeks, and you can make this happen. We want to see people come and hear the gospel, not just so we can have our building full, so they can hear the gospel, so they can be invited into the kingdom of God, as we're walking through this sermon series right now about the gospel. And we want to tell them about Jesus. And you can help us by inviting those to come with you. And then finally, this Sunday, March 14th, is everyone in church's least favorite Sunday. Why, you ask? Because the time changes. No, it doesn't have anything to do with church. But, if you normally come to the 8 o'clock service, you might want to bring a mask with you Sunday, because if you forget to set your clock, you're going to show up just in time for the 9:30 service to start, and you'll need a mask for that. If you're a 9:30 service person and you forget to set your clock, well, you get ready for a whole bunch of people in the praise team. I don't know if there's a huge amount more in there, but want you to be aware, set your time forward, unless you're like me. And I realize there's more and more of this out there. We use our cell phones. If the cell phones fail to update, we're just sunk, but we use our cell phones for alarm clocks. That'll probably auto adjust. But remember, as you're making Saturday plans, that you're going to lose an hour of sleep, and it'd be a shame to miss church just because you overslept. I hope to see you Sunday. We have activities through the week, particularly on Wednesday nights for our kids, students. We have prayer meeting for adults. That's all at 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. Our choir practice is at 7. But at the very least, when we have our main gatherings on Sunday, we would love to see you. Whenever you can come to Union Hill, we'd love to have you. See you soon.